Yo people, how's it going? It's your boy Richard Morse back at it again with another match preview, and this time it's Crystal Palace away for the Cherries. And yeah, Premier League season is back on track after another boring international break. Did anybody watch those two games? What was it, Wales and Latvia we played on the weekend? Yeah, like, who really cares about those games? International break, I guess it's fun to have an idea of what we're going to get in the World Cup, but when the Premier League season is so new and really going hot at the moment, why do we want to watch an England international break? And it's not even against like the big top teams of Spain, France, Germany. You know, when you're playing Wales and Latvia, most of those don't even make it to the finals, let alone through the group stage. So, like, who cares about those? You know what I mean? But anyways, enough of that, enough of England. Back to Bournemouth, back to the Premier League. And yeah, this is a really big one, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a real big test for us, like, against Crystal Palace. Like, not an easy game, lads. I know they've just had their unbeaten run ended by Everton. The Grealish goal literally broke their unbeaten run. I think it was like 19 games unbeaten. Like, mentality-wise, you know, when you come off a loss like that, when you, especially after you've been winning for so long, that first loss can really make or break a team. It's how you come back from that loss is what's pinnacle. And, like, it really... And the problem is, we're also going away. This isn't a home game. This is an away game at Selhurst Park, where historically we don't really tend to get much out of this game. So it's it's going to be an interesting one to say the least. I'm not too confident going in. I think, to be honest, even though Palace lost and we won our last game, I think Palace being at home will still be the favourites out of our two teams. And yeah, I think in terms of a lineup, this is what I'm... Ooh, sorry, I always get that wrong. This is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Evanilson up top. We got SEMENYO on the right. Of course, it's got to be SEMENYO, because let's be honest, he's carrying our team. Tav in the middle. I'm going to put Kluivert on the left rather than in the middle. I just feel like I've always preferred Kluivert to be more on the left rather than in the middle. I feel like in the middle, sometimes he's a little bit handcuffed, if you know what I mean. And have him bombing down on the left, now that he got that wonder goal against Fulham. I was there for that one. That was amazing. I feel like we need to capitalise on it. We could put Adley there, or maybe even Doak. You know, we've got so many winging options at this point. Even Tav could go on the right or left if he really wanted to. But yeah, I feel like Kluivert on the left, I feel like he's more naturally a winger than a midfield player. So yeah, hopefully he'll get a start in this game too. Adams, it's got to be Adams in CDM. Like, he's our best CDM out of everybody. I'm going to go with Scott rather than Christie. I do think Christie's still coming a little bit back from injury. So maybe play it safe and play Scott. And then, you know, if the game's not going our way, then bring on Christie just to, even if we are like 1-0 up, bring Christie on to be a bit more defensively solid. With Scott on the field, we got a bit more creativity. Him and Tav can be a creative partnership as well. So that could help. I'm going to, obviously, Truffield on the left. He's just been default left back. And not even like just default. Like, he's been really good for us. I like to see him and Kluivert link up together down that left wing. That'd be great. Diakite, he's just bossed it since he's been here, let's be honest. He's been arguably one of our best defenders. Senesi, I feel like Senesi has to be, because he's like the general, the leader of that defensive line. When he's having a good game, everybody's having a good game. When he's not having a good game, that's when things tend to go a little bit disarray. And yeah, I'm gonna go with Jimenez over Smith in this game. I feel like, similar to Scott, we'll play him first, because he's younger and he's got more pace. Once the game starts to get a little bit nervy, maybe if, like, say we're 1-0 up and we're trying to hold on to a lead, that's when you bring on Smith, that's when you bring on Christie, the older guys, to really be that defensive line and hold that position if we can. Because, yeah, it's going to be a very scrappy game, and Palace, you know, they can turn up and absolutely maul you in the first half. So it really depends how the first half goes. I'm hoping we can hold on to a 0-0 draw for, like, the first half and then go for a 1-0, 2-0 win in the second half. But I don't know. It's really up in the air. I mean, Evanilson, like, I love you, man, but this is a game where you really need to turn up, because especially if you're going up against Mateta, who can score goals for fun. He just scored a goal for France. So, yeah, Evanilson, I feel like this is the game. If he's going to start scoring goals for us, this is going to be the one. So, hopefully he does. We can't keep just relying on SEMENYO to basically bail us out every week. Like, it's going to get to a point. It was a bit like Cole Palmer with Chelsea, where, like, Palmer was carrying him for so long, and eventually he almost broke his back trying to do it. So I don't want this to be a thing where SEMENYO's having to bail us out week in and week out, and the other guys are just coasting through. I need Evanilson to start scoring. Kluivert scoring against Fulham. Hopefully that motivates him to score in this game. And yeah, Obviously, we're going to have Petrovic in goal. Like, he's just been unbelievable, really, since we signed him. What a signing he's been, really. Like, everybody thought when we lost Kepa, like, we were just going to be Travis or Dennis in goal. But then along came Petrovic, we snapped him up. And yeah, he's just been unbelievable. So yeah, that right there, ooh, I keep getting this wrong. That right there, I think will be our starting 11 for the game. Maybe 1 or 2 changes might be made, depending on international break and injuries and knocks. But that's the starting 11 I'd like to see for the game. I will be doing a matchday vlog for the game. It will be my first away game of the season. I haven't been able to go to an away game so far this season. I couldn't go to Liverpool because it was on a Friday and I had work. Leeds, I just couldn't afford it at the time, to be brutally honest. Who else have we played away? Yeah, whatever the other one was, I couldn't make it at the time, basically. Anyways, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. My first away game of the season. I will be doing a matchday vlog with me, my brother, and my mates. And yeah, I'll be doing, obviously, the reactions straight after the game as soon as I can. And yeah, hopefully we get the win. If I'm going to go a score prediction for this game, I'm going to say, I think it's either going to be a 1-1 draw or we edge it 2-1. I can see it being something like that, to be honest. But you know what? A draw against Palace, I'll take that right now. We're flying up in the league right now. We're what? Are we like 4th in the league right now? Sorry, it's been a while. Let me have a quick check. Table. Where are we? Yeah, we're 4th in the table. So if we do get a draw, we'll be on points with Liverpool, depending on how the Liverpool-Man United game goes. So, really, you know, worst comes to worst, if we lose this game to Palace, Palace will go over us by a point, but then we'll only be down to like 6th, so it's not like the end of the world. So yeah, we'll see how this game goes. Hopefully we get the 3 points, and yeah, I'm just excited to go on a away journey for once. You know, I love doing these matchday vlogs, I love doing the watch-alongs as well, but nothing beats going away with your mates to go to a away game and hopefully get the 3 points. So yeah, let's see how we do, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching my preview. So glad to be back to doing Premier League football again. I've been your boy Richard Morse. Up the Cherries, and let's hope we get the win on Saturday. See you later.